Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Break of Dawn. Let's continue exploring the Coronis Expanse. I can also complete all of these. Unquenchable Greed. Rogue Trader has been contacted by a high-ranking Administratum official who previously helped with reclaiming a relic of St. Cognatus from House Chorda. He enjoyed the generous bribes and would like some more. In exchange for the riches requested, he promises that an error will creep into the Administratum's calculations, so that all provisions from the agri-ward of Mercus Alpha will be shipped to Dargonus, instead of the Navy's orbital fortress of Dragonus II. So it costs 7 people, will get 5 provisions. Which means we have enough people for blood and Nephium. Inspection Master. A captain who calls himself the Master Inspector is in the market for human merchandise. This peculiar character has repeatedly shown up on footfall to buy serfs, criminals, and unfortunates detained for vagrancy. Where he takes them is unknown, but his coffers seem bottomless. So call 7 people, will get 3 profit factor. And race to the top. The Hive World of 4 Links seeks to undermine the influence of the subsector's capital planet. The governor's agents seek rare and valuable minerals that help 4 Links' industry to grow and prosper. The 3 adamantine will get 2 profit factor. Which means we should check in with our factions, because we just gain, what, 5 profit factor? Oh, I contact the Curiosity Merchant for the Dargonus Palace. A cyber beast needs new equipment. Alright, so familiar maintenance station upgrade kit. This upgrade kit permanently improves the Rogue Trader's familiar maintenance stations. When applied to any of them, both are improved. Not entirely sure what that means. Oh, that's if I'm an overseer and I have my pet in my quarters, I'm guessing. I'm assuming it's just aesthetic. Alright, Torment Bracelets. If the wearer deals damage to an enemy, forcing that enemy to move, this enemy suffers additional warp damage for each cell they were moved during the wearer's turn. And if you're heretical adherent, the additional warp damage is increased to 6 to 1 from 1 to 3. Oh, sorry, 1 to 6 from 1 to 3. I don't remember if we gave, any of the movement abilities, but in case we did. Alright, Sunhammer Lance Battery. Medium range lance weapon dealing damage to chosen enemy within a wide firing arc. It is better than the Mizoa Lance weapon, so straight upgrade. The Fortis Pattern Torpedo Tubes. Plasma. So 4 at 19. Which is what, 72 damage total? 5 at 19. So that is a downgrade from other torpedoes. A Stygies Pattern Macro Battery. We already have one of those. That's 84 damage versus 99 damage. Bomber's Deck Starhawk Bombers. Starhawk bombers can be launched through torpedo tubes. A Starhawk bomber wing consists of 4 attack craft, each equipped with 2 plasma bomb salvos. And a Griffin pattern torpedo tube, which is what we currently have equipped, but this is 5 Melta torpedoes with 27 damage warheads versus 5 plasma with 19 damage warheads. That should be an upgrade as well. Some large medikits. Warlord, Origin, Enforcer, Carapace. While the wearer has 75% or more wounds, the deflection is increased by 3 and their parry is increased by 20%. And based on her property, +1 deflection against melee attacks. That seems pretty good. A solid shield and arms. The wearer can use shield swing with their shield against multiple enemies in the area. The wearer's shield attacks do additional plus toughness bonus damage. That's interesting. Death World War Boots. These boots grant the wearer a plus 15% dodge reduction bonus for attacks with melee weapons. And Radiant Gloves. This item grants the wearer a plus 5 bonus to parry reduction. If the wearer has Conviction Iconoclast, all allies gain plus 14% hit chance against enemies adjacent to the wearer. The wearer automatically dodges allies' melee attacks. That seems pretty good too. Alright, next, do some upgrades to our ship. Alright, do some more trading with the Navy and do some equipping of items. This is probably an upgrade for her. Oh, he doesn't have gloves. Here we go, buddy. I also need to change 1 second. He needs a two-handed shotgun in this hand now. Alright. Back to what we're doing. I'm sure there's something I forgot to do right there, but... a little housekeeping has been taken care of. But letting it get away from me. Alright, so I want to go over here. Engine decks were transformed into exotic gardens. Several chambers sprouted foliage vaguely resembling the plants on Terra, although they exhibited a glass-like surface polished to a mirror sheen. While reflections of the plants, I keep trying to say planets. While reflections of the plants perfectly copied the surrounding objects, they did not show a single living being. Those who peered into them saw grotesque, blood-covered creatures instead, not unlike bloated abyssal fish with a pair of clawed limbs, sometimes more. Unable to destroy the sinister growth, Boysman covered it with plasteel hoods until leaving the immaterium, finally ridding the vessel of the corruption. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Lord Captain, we received an astropathic message from Dargonus. Achilles Scalander reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in the silence of Mayor Segrid. The coordinates of a hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back against the Xenos personally, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidsmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jagged shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A Terran day later, the mystery unraveled in a most heinous manner. An attempt on the rogue trader's life. The question of how the Drukhari Xenos came to be aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life.
I always keep my options open.
Intriguing.
This could be an opportunity.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I will fight if I must.
If I must. If it serves your cause, this tedium is finished.
This way!
I can handle this.
Let's see to it. Scorn the pain.
Let's see.
But of course, Lord Captain. Naturally. For the throne. I need a foothold.
I get up here and behind more cover.
Don't touch me.
Emperor, protect me. Quick, quick!
I am your blade and shield. Watch out. Trust me. I feel nothing. Fear nothing. I would that I could.
Alright, not a bad turn for Cabela.
Hold the formation. Accepted. Executed.
Oh, that's right, they explode.
At your beck and call. It will be done. I'm not interested. Indeed.
I'll see to it personally. I refuse.
Oh, that'd do it.
On it.
Swift and silent. I understand.
I can
All right.
handle this.
Everyone, step aside. Let's see to it.
I bring mercy and retribution. As the tenets demand. Death is a blessing.
Wasn't too bad. Always add to cargo. Thank you.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, let's get out of here. Did a good job. Lord Captain, received a Voxcast from Thessera. The signal quality is rather poor, but the meaning is clear. The world is expecting your lordship's arrival. Great festivities have been arranged, and a delegation led by the planetary governor is ready to give you a welcome worthy of an honored guest. Alright, so that's Thessera. We'll avoid that for now. In fact, we probably won't go there until next episode. Hey, scrap boxes. So I'm guessing land on the planet is also new. The system may not be new. It may also be new. I don't recall. Amid the lifeless rocks and lava lakes, the ship's augurs have detected something resembling buildings. There's something off with their outlines, but their presence in and of itself suggests there may be some valuables to uncover among the ruins. Send a scouting team. The scouts are able to discern symbols of the Imperium on the buildings. They're formed and fused together by high temperatures. The ore mining structures tell a sad story. Centuries ago, the planet and all its riches perished beneath the radiance of the system's expanding sun. You gotta watch out for that. So we need on Foulstone again. Big shocker there. Dargonus, Doctrine of Rationality. According to the new doctrine, the disenfranchised will be servitorized or disposed of through hazardous work. So 2 people expensed and 3 efficiency gained. MVBO 6. Warp Guides. There's a rumor that there are several warp guides among the convicts, unsanctioned semblances of navigators. It may be worth it to hunt them down and press them into service. +2 security. For nothing at that. Pretty exciting. And most of these I'll never use. So it would be worth getting rid of a lot of them. Yeah, so we need to go to Mayor Sergrit, probably after this one. Oh, I need to go speak to Cassia. We'll do that real quick. We need to go back to Footfall as well. And Foulstone's near Footfall, so that all kind of works out. I need to actually write this down, because I will forget. So we need to go to Foulstone. Of course, the pen I grabbed doesn't work. I've got 3 pens in front of me. We need to go to Footfall. Foulstone. And Mayor Sergrit. There's a time limit associated with those Drukhari quests. But either way, volume by itself again. What a shocker. Alright, let's go talk to Cassia real quick. And then we'll probably wrap up the episode after that.
It is so fortunate you have come. I admit I was seeking you out myself. After the events on Dargonus, it felt like an anthracite grey mantle had dropped on my shoulders. I spent a long time thinking about our very first meeting and what happened next. I cannot wait to shake off this dreary color. You are the only one who I trust to hear this confession. The thought of being Novator both frightens and sickens me. How can I manage an entire house if I cannot even control my powers? I am just grateful to you for always being close and guiding me to the right path. Thank you, Rogue Trader. It will be an honor to keep guiding your vessel through the Sea of Souls until you decide otherwise. You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
What does your special sight reveal?
Too many colors. The hues flicker and intersperse, merging into a single wave. It's about to crash. Forgive me, but I cannot satisfy your curiosity at this time. Perhaps later.
The Lady Navigator presses her hands to her eyes, as if to shield them from the light of a burning star. You did not mention the Starway Atlas when we met.
I would never reveal this secret to an outsider, but you have come to my aid more than once already. The Starway Atlas is a sacred artifact of House Orselio. It helps our navigators chart a course through the warp. This crystal, the Atlas, has been inside me for as long as I can remember, giving me strength. But the others... I noticed the renegades in the palace were choked by ashen ghosts of despair when we met face to face. I swear the ghosts were reaching for their atlases.
Cassia lowers her lashes, touches a plate over her heart. So the Atlas is some kind of crystal that is implanted in the navigators of House Orselio at birth.
But my Atlas is much more powerful than the others. It's the Atlas of Tisiphone herself. That is what people have whispered behind my back my whole life, although no one knew for certain. But I always suspected. I simply did not wish to admit it to myself.
Cassia nods. Certain navigators in your house fear the Atlas's power.
Certain navigators in my house have tried to kill me more than once. But the tales of Tisiphone's brutality, I am beginning to wonder. What if they are all true? What if I will be a new tormentor to those who serve me?
Her silver brows furrow in fury as she lets out a disconsolate sigh. So, we know of a faction that has stones that are all kind of interconnected. They create kind of a circuit. I don't remember if I figured that out this early in the first playthrough. It took until the end of her quest to learn, to actually figure out what was going on. You said you wouldn't share your secret with just anyone. Does that mean that I'm someone to you?
I didn't. I only meant that... I am at ease in your company.
Your heart stutters. Searing heat envelops your shoulders, throat, and chest. Your brain grows foggy. The by now familiar influence of Cassia's powers is intoxicating your mind more than usual. Cassia looks away, a subtle blush blooming on her pale cheeks. Well, thank you for telling me.
Thank you for listening.
Giving you a slight smile, Cassia nods and thanks.
I have...
Alright, we will get ready to land on Thessera next episode. But for now, I will call it here, so thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.